Good afternoon, everyone. Seems people are slowly joining. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Maybe we'll wait for another 2 minutes, then we'll start. If you see in the last class, we discussed about a very simple topic, that is definition of intelligence. Am I right? So in the definition of intelligence, we thought about many things and we tried to understand whatever is shown on the monitor, that is computer with antivirus and performance monitoring code. So I requested people to apply the definition of intelligence to this particular system. So before going to discussion, today's discussion, so I would like to just recall what is the definition of intelligence we discussed in the last class. So can somebody remind me what is the definition of intelligence and how you understand that? So, I know somebody. So, what
Intelligence measures an agent's ability to achieve goals in a wide range of environment.
Right. It's an agent's ability. Agent means system. So, it's an agent's ability or the system's ability to achieve goals in wide range of environments. Right? So, if you want to understand the intelligence of any system, first you have to understand the system, then you have to understand its abilities. In other way, abilities can be said as functions. Then you have to understand using those functions or functionalities how system is going to achieve different goals. That means you have to define the goals also. Then this wide range of environments. So what do you mean by environment in the definition? Okay, so anybody? What do you mean by environment in that definition?
So anything except the system?
Anything except the system. Is it within or surroundings?
What?
No, is it within the system or surrounding?
Sir, surrounding only, no?
Surrounding. That means all the systems, all the conditions and all the parameters which are prevailing around or in the surrounding of the system is called environment. Environment means you should not tell only climatic conditions. Environment means you will get other systems, you will get other parameters surrounding it, you will get other conditions which are prevailing around the system. Okay, so that is called environment. So can somebody say, if you consider antivirus or performance monitoring code, that is a software, or a computer with this software as a system, then what is going to be the environment for that? Any idea? Did you work it out? Any idea? So what do you define as an environment for this thing? Antivirus, it's essentially a software, right? So then what you think? Maybe your antivirus software, let us assume. So if it is an antivirus software, how you define the environment? Any guess or ideas on that?
Other softwares, files or applications in the computer?
Yeah, other softwares and applications in the computer. Yes, true. Yeah. Anything else?
Power supply?
Yeah, those all come under whatever connected to computer. Yes, all those things. That is peripherals connected to computer and all the power supplies, everything. And inside the other softwares and everything. Yeah. Next.
So various other like various other computers and all over the web.
If you consider computer as a system which containing the software,
Yeah.
then other computers
All
and
over the web.
external conditions will come under that. Right. Next. What is the major goal of this software? Any idea?
To protect the system in which it is installed.
Yeah, protect the system from what?
Sir, all the malwares and things like all over the internet and
Yes.
even in the
Now tell me whether the malware is a software or not.
it's a kind of
It's a kind of software only. So this malware also come under environment or not?
yes, sir.
Yes. So as per its goal, the major environment system is this malware. And other apps also comes under that. No issue. So these are all together called environment, and goal is to eradicate these malwares, which is the which are the part of the environment of this system, right? So what are the capabilities? Means the software may have some functions, filtering functions, eradicating functions. So many functions you must have given with respect to the software development. During the software development, you must have given some functions in such a way that it can achieve goals to eradicate these malwares by using its functions. So that is the way we understand what is mean by intelligence. Okay, so that is what essentially the basic definition of intelligence which we discussed in the last class. The agent's ability or the system's ability to achieve goals in wide range of environments. Okay, so in this definition, anywhere you take, you have to understand what is mean by system. That may be hardware system or software system. Then you have to understand the abilities, those are functions. Then you have to understand what are the different goals are being achieved by this system using those functions. Then you have to understand the environment. Okay, so that means the surrounding other than this system you have to understand. Then you are said to be understanding the intelligence of that system. Okay, so that is the definition we understood, and I expect you apply at least now and try to understand the definition. Okay. Today we would like to discuss the classification of intelligence products. Okay, so you can't say all intelligences are same. That is true. So there are classified, the intelligence is classified into different levels, that is aggregation level, localization level, or level of intelligence. So we have different levels of intelligence. So that classification you must know before studying different intelligent systems. Those may be biosystems or those may be electronic systems. Whatever you say as a smart system, if you want to understand them, first of all, you must know what is the classification of these intelligent systems. Okay, so in this regard, we have three directions, those shown as the different directions it is being shown. One is level of intelligence, second is location of intelligence, location level of intelligence, third is aggregation level of intelligence. So with respect to these three, we can categorize intelligence into different types. So if you see the types of intelligence, in the level of intelligence, if you see, the first intelligence or the basic intelligence is, or basic smartness is information handling. Information handling means the system which you consider will store some information, will handle some information, but unless other system try to understand that information, it won't give anything. It will just store that information. That's it. More than that, nothing. So that is information handling. The systems which are handling only some information within them are called intelligent, but very basic level intelligence. Okay. So that very basic level intelligence, you call it as passive intelligence. What do you call it as? Passive intelligence. Okay. So for example, because if I tell the example in electronics or something, you may be misled by what I'm really meaning. Okay. So I will ask you some question. So what is this? Can you see this one? What is this?
Paperweight.
Paperweight. So paperweight is nothing but it's a glass material and molded in some manner, right? Suppose this is one system, and whether this is intelligent or not, what do you say? Anybody? Do you think is it intelligent or smart? Can somebody say? Any views on that? Is it intelligent or not? That's what my question is.
No, sir.
No, that is the opinion we have, right? So what is this? This you know, because last class you did some experiments also. What is this? You have to talk. Otherwise, already online class. Yeah. What is this?
Water bottle, sir.
Water bottle. Am I right? So just by looking at it in your monitor, can you tell what is the level of water in this water bottle?
No, sir.
No, you can't tell. But water is there inside, because I know, because I'm touching it, I'm experiencing it. So even if I want to tell how much water level is there in this, what I have to do? I have to open this lid, then I have to use my eyes, then see what is the water level. Am I right? Unless I see that, that information is not coming to me. Okay. So this is what information handling means. It has something in it, but still, if other system want to explore that in a right fashion only, you can see that information. But still it has that information with it. What is that information? Water level. So water level information, it is not giving out, but it has. So any system having some information within it, stored or processing, but it won't actually reveal that out, then that is called passive intelligence. It has information, but it is not revealing it out. If you want to get it revealed, you have to follow some process. You have to use some sensors. You have to use some process to get that information. Okay. So that kind of intelligence is called passive intelligence. Okay. If I show another example, you will understand it. One example is your USB, that is pen drive. So in pen drive, if I show a pen drive, immediately you say that it is being used in order to store the data. Am I right? So when you say we are using it to store the data, that the data is there inside. But if I show randomly one pen drive and ask you, tell me whether data is there inside or not, can you tell?
No, sir.
No, you can't do. So that is the meaning. It has information, it is storing information, but it is not revealing it. It only handles the information. It only handles the information. If you want to retrieve that information, you have to follow some process and then get it. It won't stop you. You can get it. But on its own, it won't tell anything. Okay. That kind of systems are also considered as intelligent. Okay. But those are passively intelligent. Passively intelligent. Okay. So in this stone also, as far as hardness is concerned, okay, do I have any hardness information? No. But if I test with some method, I'll find the hardness information. Okay. Maybe I will press like this and say elasticity, hardness. So it has some information within it, but it is not revealing it out explicitly. So you have to consider that kind of things also intelligent only. That is a kind of passive intelligence. Okay. One more example. You have got stone something like this. Okay. Do you know about the carbon dating? Because let me not dwell in. Yeah. What is carbon dating?
So basically, it's a process of so there are some carbon isotopes and somewhat. I don't remember that exactly, but they are present, so we can detect them and use it to tell the age or something of any fossil plant or dead plant and all.
Very good. That means if you have carbon dating, that is the process. If you run that process on this stone or any other stone or fossil or anything, fossil or some object or some stone or anything. If you run the process called carbon dating, you get the information related to its age. Its age. Am I right? So, in that case, fossil, stone, or any of that object where you are applying the carbon dating is also intelligent because it is having information within it. Am I right? Because it is having information within it, it can be considered as passive intelligent. Okay. So hope you understood what is meant by information handling. Okay. So why we call passive intelligence? Just a minute. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Sir,
blank read ವಿಶೇಷವಾಗಿ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ವಸಂತ
Okay, sorry for that interruption. So yeah, that is what we are discussing, information handling. So carbon dating is the process in which you are getting the age of so and so stone or fossil or some other object. That means some way or other way it is containing, it is holding some information. So that is the reason why when they have information, that means they are still intelligent. They are containing information. So, but they are passively intelligent. You may not consider it as intelligent, but still that is the kind of a passive intelligence which handles only information. Okay. So this bottle also you cannot say it is not intelligent. It is having information within it, different kinds of information. Okay. So in order to understand, you must have the process. So you have to call it as passively intelligent only. Okay. So that is a very basic level of intelligence. Okay. That is first level. Second is problem notification. Now the same water bottle level. If it is the transparent water bottle, can you know what is the level of water? If it is the transparent water bottle, that is a plastic water bottle or something, the level of water, can you know just by looking at it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that means this water bottle having the information, but that information indication it is already giving. That is called problem notification. That is called a problem notification. That means it is a problem or anything else, that information it can pass on to the observer. That information it can actually indicate the observer. So that is the thing we call it as the active intelligence. That means if any system having the ability to indicate or send you a notification that it is having some kind of information within it, it is indicating you, then that is active intelligence. Okay. So the problem notification capability, the information indication tells you the system is the actively intelligent and it should be considered as intelligence, intelligent or smart system only. That is another level. May not be so advanced, but some level of intelligence. It can hold the information, at the same time it can give indication about that information. It can tell about the problem it is facing, or it can actually indicate something about the information it is containing. Okay. So that kind of intelligence should be considered as smartness or intelligence, and you have to call that as active. Why active? Because it is giving the notification, it is giving the indication. So it has the capability to indicate you that I have that information. Okay, it has that information. So that indication capability or problem notification capability can be considered as active intelligence. The third one is the higher level of intelligence, the decision making. That means it can handle the information, it can send the notifications at the same time. According to the situation, it can make decisions also. Then that is the real intelligence, what you considered in the real world. Okay, that is what you considered as intelligence, the decision making capability. The decision making capability may be to achieve goals, maybe to tackle environment. Okay, so that is called the decision making capability. The decision making capability can be considered as the real intelligence. Okay, but other levels also intelligence only. One is passive, one is active, but that there are little lower level of intelligence. Different systems will have. Okay, but a decision making generally we considered as higher level of intelligence. They can handle information, they can pass on the notification, they can also make decisions. So the decision making generally we considered as intelligence. So those are the three different levels we find in the different types of intelligences. Okay, so other direction, that means as far as location of intelligence is concerned, we have two types of intelligence. Location of intelligence, that means that may be information handling or problem notification or decision making. Is it happening within the system, or everything is happening outside and it is receiving the information and accordingly it is acting? You got my point? So if the system having a localized intelligence, that means location of intelligence is within the body, within the system. So that's why we call it as embedded. So you must have heard about embedded systems. The concept of embedded systems came from this one. Okay, so that means intelligence at object. Any system you consider, if the decision making process, information handling process and notification process happening within the system, then you have to call it as embedded intelligence. It is having embedded intelligence. So intelligence is within the system, localized within the system. The second is the decision making, information handling and the notification, everything happens far away, but that signal will come and reach it. So on its own it won't do anything. Okay, according to that decision it will act. So that is called remote intelligence. That is called remote intelligence. So remote intelligence is always decisions are made somewhere, it will only execute. Okay, so that is called intelligence at network or remote intelligence. Intelligence at network or remote intelligence. So these are the things which you call the swarm of drones. The swarm of drones you must have seen. So those are inspired from honeybees. Am I right? So honeybees all together they work, but individual honeybee won't do anything. They will go according to the collective decision. So decisions are not made at each individual system. Decisions are made by somebody and executed by all the honeybees. Okay, so that is remote intelligence. Somebody remotely controlling their behavior. Okay, suppose if decision making is within the system, if decision making is within the system, then that is embodied intelligence or intelligence at object. Okay, so that those are two types of intelligences we can categorize as far as location of intelligence is concerned. Location means where this decision making, where this information handling, where this notification process is happening. Okay, if it is within the system, that is embedded intelligence or intelligence at object. If this decision making problem notification and information handling happening somewhere else, with that decisions, if one system or many systems are working, they won't think on their own. They work according to what they receive remotely. The signals they receive remotely, then that is called intelligence at network. Intelligence at network. You call it as remote intelligence also. Okay. So that is the second direction or second category where you can classify the intelligence. Okay. Now, the third one, if you take intelligence item or intelligence container, that means one example I can tell you is, you take a human being. The human being has the information handling, decision making and notification within the system or out of the system. Human beings.
Within the system.
Within the system, right? So within the system, if you have, that is localized somewhere, or is it spread throughout the body where decisions are made?
Localized.
Localized. Where?
Brain.
Brain, right? So information handling, the decision making happening in brain may be spread throughout the body. Okay. So those kind of systems where the body, that means intelligence is localized in a specific part, then that is called product level intelligence or intelligent container. So we are intelligent container because intelligence is happening in the one part of our system, that is called brain. Okay. So intelligent container. But in some systems, the decision making and the information process happen at multiple places. There are species like that. If that happens in the multiple places, you call them as intelligent item or component level intelligence. Okay. So for example, if you cut the tail of the lizard, what happens? If you cut the tail of the lizard, what happens? Any observations on that in your life?
Regenerates or regrows.
Any observations on that?
Sir, even after separating from the body, the tail moves, sir.
Yes. Even after separating from the body, the tail will move. That may move in a different directions or completely undefined direction, but still it will move. Who are making the decision of movement? It is not the lizard. It is tail itself. Okay.
Sir,
So
but
that,
sir, isn't that just the reflex, like the already have the reflex, no? Because sir,
suppose
like the muscles
suppose
are there, it has some reflexes, and after being separated from the body, due to that reflexes only, it just moves.
suppose if I cut your leg, will it jump like that?
No, sir. No.
If you cut your leg, will it jump
No.
like that? No.
No.
That means your brain is not giving prior information to that body part.
Sir, after being separated, it's not.
Some animals also after cutting
Being
legs.
separated, who are actually deciding to move?
Sir, but
The cell
there,
has a tail.
That means there should be some minor localized information processing. Otherwise, it won't happen like that. Otherwise, it won't. Animals, if you see, that is not there. That's not at all. It is in the creepers like lizard and these things. The information processing is actually spread throughout the body. Not only that, there are mantis shrimp and earthworm also. If you cut the half of the body of the earthworm, sometimes they behave like two. Truly, they behave like two. Because wherever you cut, they do two different parts work like two different bodies. Okay, that kind of species exist in the nature. That means information processing and decision making is happening in one place or multiple places.
Multiple
May not
places.
be, yeah, that may not be completely independent, but still some information processing and decision making are happening. So that is called component level intelligence. Okay, that is very useful because most of your smart materials are like that now, smart systems. Okay, so that is the way aggregation level of intelligence, how intelligence is spread in your body. For human being, intelligence is localized in the form of brain. For other species like lizard or earthworm or something else, the information processing also happen in different parts of the body. So they are distributed. So that kind of intelligence is called intelligence at item or intelligence item. That means each component or the subpart will have its own intelligence. Okay, so that is what the intelligent item or component level intelligence. If it is localized at one place, we call it product level intelligence or intelligence container. Okay, so this is broadly the classification of intelligence. Okay, so we have broadly 7 kinds of intelligences we find in nature or some other systems. 7 kinds. So what is the benchmark for intelligence? Decision making. Suppose if you say based on what I can measure the intelligence, it is information handling, information processing and decision making. Okay, so that is the first basic thing, levels of intelligence. Other than that, you can categorize in 2 ways. One is location of intelligence. That means how intelligence is located within or decision is coming from somewhere. Based on that, you can define embedded intelligence and remote intelligence. That means intelligence at object, intelligence at network. Okay, this kind of systems also you will see. Next is the third aggregation level. Okay, it is within the body of the system. Fine. Whether it is localized within the body or is it spreaded throughout the body? That means even each body part, even each component can behave as intelligent. If so, that is called component level intelligence or intelligence item. Okay. If the whole body having a very centralized, localized intelligent system like human being, then that is called intelligent container or product level intelligence. Okay, so these are 7 categories of intelligence or 7 types of intelligences generally we observe in different systems. You may not observe only one intelligence. You will observe different intelligence together. Maybe like intelligence container with a decision making, intelligent container with only problem notification capability. Can anybody say one example? Intelligent container, sorry, intelligent item with problem notification capability. Any guess on that? Intelligent container means intelligent should spread throughout the system. Am I right? But it can give only notifications. Nothing other than that it can do. Is there something like that? It's very well known system. It's a very well known system.
Sir, I think nervous system in the human body.
No. Human body already I told it's an intelligent container. I'm talking about intelligent item. Intelligent item means intelligence is spread throughout the body. For a human being, it is not like that. It is located in brain. So intelligence item with only problem notification capability. That means it can give indications. That's it. More than that, it can't do anything. Any guess? It's very well known.
Mobile phone.
Yes?
Mobile phone.
Mobile phone. Oh, that's a pathetic answer, ma. You just remove the battery. Let us see how they work intelligently. No, it's not mobile phone. Mobile phone is up to some extent smart. It's not fully smart. Any other guess? Intelligence is spread throughout the body along with problem notification capability. Simply speaking, okay. Or problem notification or decision making also, okay. Let us see. Problem notification capability. Anybody? Any guess?
Sir, touch me not plant.
Hmm?
The touch me not plant.
Touch me not plant. Oh, only touch me not plant or all other plants?
Yes, sir.
Any tree, any plant, you just consider them as intelligent. Of course, they are intelligent. Okay. At the basic level, you see the decision making or information processing, especially information processing, happens throughout the tree. That's why if you cut one branch and plant somewhere, it will grow again, because all the information is there in all the body parts. So that is one. Second, if some calamity or if some unbearable conditions come, it can't make on its own. It will only indicate I am dying. It will show indications. It will show something that my actually skin is getting destroyed, my leaves are getting destroyed. It will show indications. It can only send problem notification. It can't actually rectify on its own. So that's why if you take the plant or any tree, That is the example of intelligent item. That means the information processing is spread throughout the system. Okay, in all parts, all body parts. At the same time, it can give only problem notification. I have this problem, it can give some indication, but it can't make decision to rectify it. Okay, so that is the way any system you consider, you can understand the intelligence of those systems with respect to any of these 7. That may be 1 or 2 or 3 or any number. Okay, so recently studies also saying that they have a common intelligence. Amazon forest, if you see Amazon forest, what they found recently, one tree in the middle of the forest is communicating with the tree in the end of the forest. Am I right? So that means they have communication capabilities. So is it intelligence only at body, only at a tree, or intelligence at network? So that means intelligence at network is also correct in their case. Okay. So this is what this is what the way you need to understand intelligence in different systems. So what are the different intelligence levels they have? If you are able to identify that, now onwards you can actually understand easily what are the intelligent levels involved in different systems. If you understand that, after that anyway unknowingly, you get the capability to build or define different intelligences in different systems. That is what this course is meant for. Okay, so please try to understand. There are 7 types of different intelligences. Level of intelligence is concerned. The information handling is considered as passive intelligence. Problem notification capability is considered as active intelligence, and the real intelligence means decision making capability. Okay, so you find any of these things, but even though decision making capability is there, is it within the system or out of the system? If it is within the system, that is embedded intelligent system. If it is out of the system or somewhere in the remote area, then that is intelligence in network. Even though intelligence is within the body, is that intelligence spread throughout the body or localized in one place? Okay, so if it is localized in one place, you call it as intelligent container. If it is spread throughout the body, you call it as intelligent item. Okay, so intelligent item will have the intelligence spread throughout the body in the all body parts or at least several parts. Okay, so those are the different levels of intelligence or 2 different types of intelligences which you find in the world. Okay, so that is what about the classification of intelligent products or classification of intelligence. Okay, now you know the definition of the intelligence. Now you know what are the different levels of intelligences. Types also you know. Now applying these two concepts, only definition of intelligence and levels of intelligence. Okay, and also please remember, any system you consider, please don't think that only one level of intelligence will be there. No, there will be a combination of multiple intelligences. As I told you, in the case of tree, it has multiple intelligence levels. It's a combination. Okay, so amalgamation of different intelligent levels. So any system you take, it will have the amalgamation of different intelligence levels. Please consider, please remember. But most of the intelligences you can define using these 7 levels of intelligence. Okay. So now you have the definition of intelligence and levels of intelligence with you. If you understood it, let us see how you are going to apply. Okay. So that's why today let us practice how we are going to apply this. Okay. That's why I came up with this well-known system. Okay. So this well-known system, most of the houses we see, but generally I sit on the floor and eat. So I don't use this, what you say, the dining table. Okay. So because that I'm habituated like that, so I don't use dining table, but most of the people must have seen. The dining table means table plus chairs. Table plus chairs together considered as system. That is the first indication, first suggestion. Second, you can start by applying the definition of intelligence. Definition of intelligence. Okay. So if you start by applying the definition of intelligence, you will come to know what you need to keep as intelligence. Second, the third suggestion is you can apply multiple level of intelligences and see what is going to be the outcome. So overall, what you are developing, please develop the concept of smart dining table. Please develop the concept of smart dining table using definition of intelligence and levels of intelligence. Because two important tools you have with you now, with which you can understand the complete world. Definition of intelligence is with you, and also levels of intelligence is with you. You can understand any system by using this, their intelligence behavior. You can estimate people, what is their level of intelligence. True. If you use these two tools, try developing a concept for smart dining table. Okay. My suggestion is, first you apply the definition of intelligence and see how smart dining table will emerge, or what is mean by smart dining table according to definition. Then after that, one by one level you write down. Each level you apply to the dining table, then see what will come out. Okay. So if dining table is handling only information, then what it is? What are the goals, uses? What are the environment? Those things. So like that, each one you apply. So finally you write down practically the viable or practically possible and good smart dining table. You define. Okay. But you have to use definition of intelligence and levels of intelligence. Two tools. Two tools are with you. Use them and develop the concept of smart dining table. So that is the practice today. In this class you have to do. So at 4:30 I will share the assignment, and by 5 o'clock you have to upload it. Whatever you worked out, you have to upload today itself. Okay. So if you have any question, you can ask, we can discuss here. Okay. So maybe we will take 20 minutes break. After that you can ask any questions. Please start. Okay. I'm repeating. The question is, develop the smart dining table concept using definition of intelligence and different levels of intelligence, which we discussed today. Okay. Please start.
Hello, sir. So basically, we have to sketch a dining table.